forgot. Hang on. Put this back for now. So, okay, good. All right. Good morning, kittens. Good morning, YouTubers. Like I was saying, sorry we're a little late starting the mailbag. I will explain all of that momentarily. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Take two. Okay. Let me start with the mailbag jingle from our friend Sarah Donner, who wrote this little jingle. Let's hang on. Gotta load up the cameras and all that stuff. Make sure my angle's good. I think it is. Okay. And here we go.
Kitten Academy's where you want to be when you are a cat. On a Saturday they can pounce playtime for the mailbag.
Okay, hey, welcome. So, as I was saying, yeah, we're starting 12 minutes late according to the clock on the screen. My goodness. I'm so sorry about that. I have a litany of excuses, but mostly just, sometimes it happens. I woke up a half an hour late this morning. My alarm says that it went off and I didn't pay any attention. I don't know how I slept through it. Maybe I accidentally had it on vibrate or something. I didn't even look to see. And then everything from there just got even worse, I guess. But it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. I hope you guys can forgive me for starting a little late. My apologies. Okay. I can't think of any news that you don't already know. There's a ton of big news, of course. We took Verse to the vet again yesterday and confirmed that she's got, we confirmed for sure that there's 9 kittens in her, but the vet said, she's so big and the focus on the x-ray works in a way where you can't, it's just like a camera. You might be really focused on the part up here in front and the part in back you can't really see. Also, it's not just about the focus. She had a lot of gas and stuff sort of in her belly, from her digestion. She had some food and stuff in there. And that can block some of the x-ray too. So there were parts that we couldn't see for sure. But what we could see is 9 kittens. And she thought 9 for sure then, and then she still feels like there's a 10th because she was real certain that when she did the ultrasound she heard 10. So she thinks probably 10, but definitely 9. And who knows? There could end up being 11. Not likely though. It's probably 10. That would be, if I were a gambling man, I would gamble on 10. Anyway, we published the X-ray itself on our Twitter and on our Discord chat for the Patreons, so you guys can check it out if you go to our Twitter and count for yourself. See if you can find all 9 kittens that the vet was able to find. In other news. I don't really have anything. I mean, you guys know Versus older litter is still up in the master bedroom. They are really starting to come around and be fun, especially Stan, that little boy. I just love him to death. But the other 2, the girls, Meter and Prose, are also wonderful, and I'm having so much fun with them. And it's great. It's wonderful how when they first arrived here, they were scared and shy, and they just wanted to hide, and they wouldn't have anything to do with me or DJ. But now I come in the room, they come out, they want to see me. It's a complete change. Although they're still very shy. Like if anything unexpected happens, if you make a weird noise they aren't expecting, or you move suddenly, they'll run and hide, and then it takes them a little while to come back around again. It's like it's not unusual. It's sweet and just something for their adopters to expect. But they're awesomely, wonderfully loving. They just come up and they snuggle and they cuddle and they purr. Oh, all 3 of them have such loud purrs. you can just tell that they really enjoy being around people when they feel like they are up to it. So that's good too. And then these guys are obviously little nuts. They're very healthy, and we move the room around. You see, we reorganized stuff again because I was tired of them hiding behind the beanbag chair. And it seems like at least last night, since I rearranged the room, they've spent almost all their time on the upper deck of the cat cage back there, where the camera is not. I left the camera on the bottom deck because I assumed that's where they were going to be, but they are way advanced. So I will move the camera after Mailbag today to the upper deck, and we'll be able to keep an eye on them. All right, so I think that's the news. Probably, if anything else occurs to me, we'll just cover it during the Mailbag like we do. Here we have a letter that says it is from Revel and Gallivant, and it's got the Kitten Academy logo and these two cute little faces, Revel and Gallivant, with their paws in the heart. It is so sweet. All right, let's see what this says. Aww. It looks like it's a poem. I hope I can give this the proper treatment. Let's see. Dear DJ and dear Mr. A, we write you today in order to say, when we needed a home at which to stay, a few healthy meals, and a soft place to lay, you made us a room in your heart. When we needed toys and to make lots of noise, space to run fast or take lots of naps, you made us a room in your heart. When we grew, always you knew that we would leave KA too, still you made us a room in your heart. Now today we are loved by our own persons too, and it's all thanks to you, because you made us a room in your heart. We really must say, Mr. A, DJ, we have room in our hearts for you too. Love always, Revel and Gallivant. That is really sweet, and that is really cute. And before I move on, I have to say I butchered the last line. I said we have room in our hearts for you too, and it's we have rooms in our hearts for you too, which does completely change the visual, but not necessarily the meaning, so I'll excuse myself that way. My apologies. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. If I'd known that it was going to be such a wonderful poem, I wouldn't have started with it because it takes me a little while to get into the swing of the Mailbag. But that is very, very sweet. Thank you so much. Wow. Excuse me. On that note, this is my first coffee of the day, and I'm like 3 sips into it so far because I've been in such a hurry. So if I'm a little out of it, that's my excuse. I'm trying. It's been a heck of a morning so far. Revel and Gallivant, that was completely touching and heartwarming, and I just greatly appreciate it. Aw. So first off, there's a donation here, and I don't normally say anything about the donations on the air, but I do see that in the for line of this check, it says, in honor of Richard's birthday. I won't say Richard's last name, even though it's on there. In honor of Richard's birthday. Richard, I hope you have a great birthday. How sweet. Oh, and this was a little bit of extra here in the letter. It says, Dear Mr. A and DJ, I happily offer this contribution in honor of my brother Richard's birthday. We love comparing our favorite Academy moments, and we thank you for your enduring devotion to faculty and students alike. With all the best wishes, Janet. And there's a little tiny drawing of a cat with a cute tail that's got a bow on it, but I can't show you for 2 reasons. It's too small, and Janet has also put her last name here, and I don't know how people feel about their last names being on the air. But Janet, that is super, super sweet. And I notice also on the back of your envelope, you've written definitely okay to read. So I like your puns. Thank you so much for the donation. That is really sweet of you. And it's great that you did that for us. I can't say how much I appreciate it. It's really above and beyond. And I'm taking a picture of your envelope now because what I have to do is after Mailbag, I have to send the images of these addresses that we've covered up to our minion, Lisa, who will put them in the Mailbag log in DJ's absence. So that is the first picture in the log for Lisa. Thank you so much once again. I should point out something else about Lisa as far as news goes, which is that she is the one that handles sort of our social media presence. I do our posts on Twitter. I still do all the posts that go onto Twitter. That's something I enjoy doing. But she does pretty much everything else that we do that could be considered social media these days. She does all of our posts on Facebook. She does all of our replies on Facebook. She does all of our replies to private messages on Twitter. And she does our headmaster at emails is all her too. And the reason that I mention that is first off because it is the best. Lisa, you are awesome. Thank you so much. But secondly, because she's now going to start signing those emails from Headmaster as herself, where in the past she sort of let it go implied that it was me or somebody responding. Now Lisa's going to have a little more visibility. So if you write to Headmaster, expect to hear from Lisa. She's wonderful, and I think you will love her too if you don't already love her from the Discord chat or previous conversations. So there we have it. All right, this is a letter that comes to us from the Greenville Humane Society, which is Greenville Humane. That's GreenvilleHumane.com. The Greenville Humane Society in South Carolina. And it says here, Dear Kitten Academy, we have received a generous contribution given in your honor from Carla. May you find comfort in knowing that this gift will be used to improve the lives of countless animals in our care. Sincerely, Kim, the Executive Director of the Greenville Humane Society. Well, Carla, thank you so much. It is so sweet of you, and it's really sweet of the Humane Society to send us this letter to let us know that you did that. I think that's wonderful. I've said this before. It's come up a lot. When people donate to their local shelters, I think that they're doing something wonderful, and we appreciate that every bit as much as we would appreciate a donation to Kitten Academy. So thank you so much, Carla. That is wonderful of you. Okay, moving right along, we have what seems like a lot of boxes, but it's not that many. It's just a couple of them are very, very large. So hang on. I gotta move this through. There we go. That was bothering me. All right. Let's see. So let me start with, I see there's a Dragon Maker envelope here, and I remember Dragon Maker saying that this was the result of a mix-up. There was a misunderstanding. Here we go. Okay, she says, this Pumpkin's household ordered 3 toys, but they accidentally got sent to the wrong address, the toys that Pumpkin ordered. So instead they have come here, and apparently the decision was made that rather than try to send them back or reroute them or anything like that, these are going to go to ink, quill, and parchment. So thank you so much, Pumpkin, for that mix-up and resulting contribution to Kitten Academy. And these are the cool ones too. Oh gosh, this is really cool. Okay, hang on. There is probably a note here. It says, Hi, Mr. A. This is a surprise from Pumpkin's household. No class was specified for these KAT nip toys, but I'll bet Fable's girls will love them. So there we go. And so these are the special, normally Dragon Maker makes dragon wings that have catnip in them that are great cat toys. The cats all love them very much. But for K.A. Con, she special ordered some special fabric for K.A. Con and made her dragon wings, except they're not dragon wings, they're the K.A. logo. So these are super, super special. Thank you so much, Pumpkin, for accidentally sending these to us and deciding that they would be a great gift for these kittens. I'm sure that they will. They're a little young to appreciate the nip so far, but about the time they graduate is about the time that they're really going to start to appreciate that. So I can't thank you enough. And those, the logo things are just the coolest, I think. They're the same sort of idea as the dragon wings, but they're 100% Kitten Academy, and I really think they're cool. They sold out, by the way, at KACon. I don't remember how many there were at KACon. There must have been almost 100, and they completely sold out there. It was really cool. Okay, let me just write on here. This is for Fable's Kittens Endowment. Okay, good. All right, Pumpkin, thank you so much. That is really, really sweet of you to have decided to make that contribution. All right, here is an overstuffed letter. It was so overstuffed that it went into our packages instead of with our letters. So let me take a picture of this one. There we go. And let's see what's going on in here. I still feel like I'm just waking up, folks. I'm sorry if this whole mailbag is just like, wow, that guy is a space cadet, like Fable's a space cadet. Let's find out though. Okay, dear Mr. A and DJ, due to the recent influx of kittens, mom cats, and this is, by the way, Lily Cat. I can tell from this and from the letterhead. Let's see, and the potential for a large litter from birth, I may need to alter the dimensions of the standard blanket being knit in order to meet production demands and maintain quality standards. I've created a slightly smaller blanket. Please, enclosed, please find a sample actual size. I'm sure you will continue to enjoy presenting these new blankets to future adopters. Lily Cat. Lily Cat. That's really sweet. Now, honestly, I know you're joking because this is a blanket. This that will hardly even fit Parchment, who is our smallest kitten right now. There we go, Parchment. So that's very cute of you. But I think it does need to be said. Nobody, obviously, what you've done already, sending these blankets for every class has been wonderful, and I don't think that anybody expects you to have to keep that up for any reason. Every time that you do send the blankets, it's still a surprise, and it's still wonderful to us every single time. So we don't take it for granted, and we never would take it for granted. And I think that everybody would understand if you had to sort of take a pass or do something different for versus kids, because as I said, there's at least 9 of them, maybe 10. It is a huge litter, and nobody expects. And I should say the same thing for any of our regular contributors. Clint, for instance, sends a bowl and stuff to every single kitten that graduates. I don't think that should be necessary for the big class necessarily either. So, and it goes for everybody that does that sort of stuff. I know Shell has a history of sending gift cards for the new adopters, and all that stuff is stuff that we appreciate so much. But we do appreciate it, and we never take it for granted, and we would never expect it. So do what you got to do. In all honesty, Lily Cat, please don't feel obligated to create anything ever for us, and just do what your heart says, and obviously what you also have the time and ability for. But if that turns out to be nothing because there's just too much to deal with, I understand that, and nobody understands it more than me. Look at the way that I've done our produced videos lately. I used to get those out on a regular basis, and not so much anymore. And I don't think anybody blames me for that. I hope, although I do, as I've said often, have every intent of getting more of those out there. So at any rate, that's extremely cute. And if you did make those for everybody, I bet they would be appreciated. Probably just not as blankets. They might make a better. I don't know, coaster. I'm trying to use my imagination here, but I have insufficient coffee. So just imagine I said something funny and clever about what you could do with those little blankets. And they could be used by the Ant Academy. Yes, Anthony could use one of those. Right size. Actually, for him, it's very large. Okay, that was my attempt at humor before coffee. All right, let's see what's next here. Billy Cat, by the way, you're wonderful, and it's very fun of you to have sent that. Thank you very much. Okay, here we have a Prime drop shipment, and it does include a note. Aw. Hi, Mr. A and DJ. I'm still lurking around and appreciating all that you do. In the words of Brew, hug a kitten for me. And then there's a little heart, and it says Winter. Winter, thank you so much. We really haven't heard from you in quite a long time. Although, I don't know, insert winter pun here about the seasons. Thank you so much for sending it. And you have sent us a package of the Mylar balls, which are wonderful toys that always get a lot of play around here. And in fact, these guys are being very playful. Let me toss a couple of these out right now. See, I don't know if they're going to go for that right this minute, but those will definitely get used in here. Winter, thank you so much. And like I said, it's really good. You know, there's a lot of people that have come to Kitten Academy and been big participants in one way or another, and then haven't. You know, they don't participate as much today as they once did. But I want you to know that you and others in that boat are in our hearts, and I do think about you and the others on a regular basis. I'm always, you know, DJ and I are often saying to each other, oh my gosh, do you remember so-and-so? I wonder what happened to them. I hope they're doing well. And that's really how we feel about it. But, you know, we think of ourselves as being sort of your friends, all of you. And as I've often said of my real life friends, you know you're my friend because I can ignore you for months on end and still call you up and we can chat, which is how it goes with my real life friends. they get ignored a lot. So we understand. You know, you've got other concerns in your life, but you get to stop once in a while and think of us. We get to stop once in a while and think of you, and that's what's important to us. That's what's important to me. You know, I still feel that connection regardless. So, okay, so this is a note that starts with the word continued, and clearly is part 2 of a 2-part note. But Amazon has decided to separate those notes into separate shipments. So you're going to have to put a pin in this, and maybe it'll come back around to us afterwards, and you'll be able to go, oh yeah, that's who that guy was. We'll see, or girl. It says, continued. I have been watching since Songs Quintet and just recently joined Patreon. When I was missing my cat in college, KA was a great substitute. Thank you for your positivity and for sharing the kittens with us. Signed, Arden on Discord. That's A-R-D-E-N, Arden on Discord. And in this package, at least you have sent us Real Rabbit Fur Pom Pom Ball Cat Toys 12-pack. And this is another thing that cats just go crazy for all the time. The little real fur mice and little real fur pom-poms. These are fantastic. And I could see why some of you might not get these for your cats out of some sort of, you know, ethical concerns. I understand that, but I feel no such qualms, and I think these are just wonderful. The cats, like I said, they love these. So I'll put one of these out too, and we'll save the rest for another time. Arden, thank you so much. And Arden, I assume at some point in this mailbag we're going to stumble on some more things that are from you, and I'm looking forward to that. But let me start with a box. I need to open a couple boxes so that I can have a place to either put our discards or to put on the stuff that I'm going to accumulate together. I can see already somebody likes that real fur. It's always a hit. Okay, so let's start with a box, random box. We'll just take this one right off the top. Another drop shipment from Amazon. Okay. All right. Well, the notes all tangled up in this. The notes. There are multiple notes. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, I see. Multiple notes, but it looks like they're the same. It says, hi, Chris and DJ. Toys and treats for the faculty and fosters, please distribute as you like. Also, couldn't forget Elsie. Thanks for everything. Love, Knittin' Kitten, Zimbo, Baba G, Elfie, and Piper. Baba, thank you so much. And, of course, Knit and Kitten and Jimbo, your humans. Wonderful. So, first off, we have a wild turkey for Elsie. It says, "Shake me, I giggle." Oh. Well, what is it? Even Fable wants to know what it is. What is it, Fable? We're very alert about this. Okay. That's really cool. I think Elsie will like. Oh, Elsie's standing at the door wagging her tail. You might even be able to see that on the other camera. She knows this is for her. Elsie, do you want this turkey? I know she does. Hang on. Let me give it to her right now. I feel bad. Let's just take these little tabs off and we'll right to her. Here we go. There you go, Elsie. Now, if you guys are on our Patreon, if you are Patreon supporters, and you've also joined our Discord, then you know that we have a secondary stream that runs all the time lately. It won't run all the time forever, but it's been going for like several weeks now, and it will continue to go for most of the next 2 months, at least while DJ is gone. And that second stream shows multiple cameras around the house. So if you were a Patreon subscriber and were on our Discord and went to that secondary stream that's available that way, then you could probably see that Elsie is not playing with that toy at all. She's still just standing in the door looking at me. Okay, Elsie, well, it's up to you. But anyhow, you could watch that developing situation, and as much as it is developing. All right, Baba G, what else did you send? Let's see here. You sent us, little tiny fur mice. These are also great. The kittens actually go nuts for these, and if you have been watching the stream, you've seen that this is the first toy that the kittens in here have really liked. There's one of these around somewhere, I don't know where it is right now, a pink one, and they've all taken turns, but especially Parchment, carrying it around by its tail. It is adorable. These things are always a very big hit. There's already a few of them in the room, so I'll set these aside. I won't feel the need to pull any of these out right now. But wonderful, wonderful little mice that the kittens just love endlessly. And speaking of endless love, we have a sampler pack of Churu, which is also always a hit. We have started using even more of this lately because I use it to bribe the shy kittens upstairs, and they love it. And just yesterday, actually, I medicated these guys. They needed their second follow-up for their roundworm, and that was last night. And after I gave them the medicine, I gave them some Churu to make up for it, and they all loved it. Even the little tinies love the Churu, which is really cool. Even Quill, even Quill. The Quill's the one that won't eat. She just wants to nurse on Mom instead of eating real food. But she dug into that Churu. Once she tasted it, she was actually like biting on it and stuff. Like she was really into it. In fact, I might give her some more just for the purpose of sort of getting her into eating a little bit more. I think that would be good for her. It would be good for us. So that's it. Knit and Kitten and Jimbo and Baba G, of course. Thank you all so very much for that. That's wonderful. And I'm going to use this box to put stuff in. Let's see here. There we go. And then we'll open another box and start using that to put maybe some of our packing material in. Let's see here. I don't know which box to use. Here's a special box. This is not an Amazon drop shipment. Why don't we start by opening this and see what we get? It says here, I got to take a picture because it's not a drop shipment. I need to take a picture for our minion Lisa. This is addressed to versus Big Smalls. So that would be the kittens upstairs, the older kittens for verse. And let's just see what's inside here. I like that they're called Big Smalls. That's cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my, this is really, really, really nice. Oh my. This is really nice. So hang on, there's a note. It says, for the Mrs. Prose and Meter and Young Master Stanza. How classy. Wow, Young Master Stanza. It says, 1,000 fibers connect us. That's a quote from Herman Melville, 1,000 fibers connect us. And it's got a beautiful picture of a little boy squeezing a giant cat. And then on the inside it says, Dear kittens, you've all inherited your mother's beautifully expressive amber eyes and sweet, gentle nature. Well done. All you needed was special admission to the prestigious Kitten Academy, where you are receiving the best possible feline education. Thanks to Mr. A and DJ, you will be fully qualified to run your own staffs of adoring humans. I'm cheering you on as you are about to graduate and find your forever homes. Enclosed are cat cave beds, bees, and catnip toys for each of you, plus 2 extra toys for Mr. A to share as he likes. Please let him know, your admirer, Lena. Lena, this is super, super generous. Thank you so much. And it's really special that you sent something for the older kittens when we are hoping, cross my fingers, that they won't be here very long, so they probably won't accumulate very much as far as endowments go. The good news, don't feel bad for them. The good news is we have a ton of generic endowments that people have sent that, they say give this to whoever you like, and we've kept enough of that aside that we can definitely still give them very generous endowments. But it's great that they get something that was sent specifically for them. I almost didn't expect that to happen at all. And Lena, what you have sent is amazing. I mean, this is some really great stuff. So first off, we have the Bee toy, which is the equivalent of that Go-Cat mouse, but it's a bee-shaped instead. Might even be better than the mouse. This is a great, great toy. I cannot emphasize that enough. In fact, you've seen Maggie and Loganberry and every single cat that we have. They go so nuts for this. I almost don't like playing with it because one of them will catch it and then growl and hang on to it and won't let it go, and the game ends as soon as they catch it. They will not let it go. It's that good. So that's wonderful. And you sent us 4 of those. Plus you sent, these are really cute, you sent us these little octopuses. They are catnip-filled sea creature cat toys. Cats really love them. So we've got 1 in red and 2 in blue. And they do appear to be catnip-filled, but even better, they are closed. The little bottom of them, it has a Velcro flap, so you could replace this with more catnip down the line. So those are really cool too. I suspect that my camera is out of alignment here. When I also suspect that I've lost my phone. There it is. Okay. I want to check the camera real quick. That's bothering me. Lena, this is amazing stuff because I'm saving the best for last, and I'm building up some anticipation here to what you've sent in the end. It is phenomenal. Okay, I mean, I'm blocking a lot of it with the box, but the camera angles, that's not bad, I guess. Maybe I could swing it just a little bit over to the side since there's more happening over here. Hang on, let's do that. Fable, I know you want out. You're being so... Let's try that. Okay, so Lena, the last item in this amazing box, I think the last item, are these hand-felted, beautiful hand-felted cat beds. A lot like the anglerfish that Spherical Kitten sent us just last week. Oh, there's another octopus in here. That makes 4. These are hand-felted wool, and they're in beautiful, beautiful colors. Look at this gray with this purple here. It is gorgeous. And these are from, it says, they are from walkingpalm.com. That's walking, W-A-L-K-I-N-G, palm, P-A-L-M.com. Natural wool cat cave, a cat bed handmade by skilled artisans from all natural wool. Your furry friend will love this cozy enclosure, safe for all pets, one size fits all. I think this makes an excellent gift, especially for that set of kittens, because they are obviously seekers of hiding spots and will greatly appreciate having these warm little beds to hide in. So there's a second one that is red with this sort of brownish blackish border around the hole, and then a final one that is gray and yellow. These colors are stunning. They are really, really nice, and the beds are amazing. And this felted wool, if you treat it right, can last forever. DJ and I have had a couple of these before that we didn't treat right, didn't last forever, but we're going to try to do a little bit better with Spherical Kittens anglerfish. And I think the adopters of versus older kittens are just going to love this. This is really, really nice of you. Lena, I can't believe how beautiful and generous this gift is. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. Let me close it back up, and that way I can just take the whole box and put that in with the endowments. Here we go. And let me write right on it what it is. This is for circle where it says versus big smalls already. Can't just write verse kittens on it, because that's going to be highly ambiguous soon. I'm going to write stanza, prose, and meter. Okay. Lena, wow. I really, honestly, I can't thank you enough. That is an awesome, awesome gift. Very generous. On the other hand, does not help me finding a box to throw stuff away in, so let's start with another one of these. Drop shipped, from Amazon. Oh wow, this is just stuffed full of things. Let's see now, there's some notes though, or I think there's some notes. Let's see. Okay, it looks like there's a bunch of notes, but they're all the same. And they say, Mr. A and DJ, just a few little things for versus sweet older kittens, but feel free to redistribute as you'd like. Thank you for all you do for the cats and kittens in your care, from Lady K on Discord. Lady K, how sweet of you to do this too. You guys, everybody is just so thoughtful. You know, like I said, I was just finished saying, I didn't think that the older kittens were going to end up with anything specifically for them before they left. You know, they're going for their graduation surgery on Tuesday. Prose already has an officially approved adopter, assuming that nothing changes. But the other two, Stanza and Meter, are still, I think, as far as I know, still looking for adopters. Hey, Fable. Hi, I'm right here. Why don't you hang out with me instead? I'm cool. So Stanza and Meter, as far as I know, still need adopters. I don't see the applications ever. So unless Carrie Ann or somebody tells me that there's an adoption application in for a kitten, I don't even know. But I suspect that I would have been told if there was, so I'm guessing there's not even an application in for them yet. But that's just a guess. Hopefully there is, and hopefully they will all get adopted very shortly after their graduation on Tuesday. At any rate, Lady K, you sent some wonderful things for them. So it looks like, let's see, we've got three wellness kittles, tasty, crunchy cat treats, wellness kittles. And that's good. They're going to need a lot of treats. I think bribing them with food is an excellent way to help bring them out of their shell, which is almost certainly something that their adopters are going to have to do, because the change from here to someplace new is probably going to put them back into that super shy mode for at least a few days. We would expect, but I know they'll come around, and food is a great way to help get them to come around. So kittles, plus we have 3 of these Cat Dancer Rainbow Cat Charmers. These are also wonderful toys. They're like really long, wavy things that you can. I have a lot of fun playing with them too. It makes me feel like one of those, you call them, the baton people that have the long ribbons that they do, like Getting Shape Girl. I'm obviously like I was a kid in the 80s and remember the Getting Shape Girl commercials better than I remember the name for somebody that does this ribbon stuff. These are really fun though. I love playing with them myself, and the kittens love them too, so those are great. And then you've also sent 3 Kong catnip toys. Kong sea turtle, and a Kong bunny rabbit, and a Kong beaver, I believe. Yeah, going on the tail. I think that's a beaver. So thank you so much. This is really awesome. This is so awesome. I'm touched that all of you and Lady K and Lena have taken time out to consider the older kittens, even though they haven't been on the mainstream. They've just been in some close-ups, and hopefully not going to be here for very long. I've been really worried about them. It's not a secret that I tried really hard to get them to go anywhere else, and there just wasn't anywhere else for them to go. So I've been worried that they're not going to get the proper kind of exposure because there's no wired-up room for them to live in, and that they're going to have to stay longer than they should because they're already basically of adoptable age. And so far, my fears have been completely unfounded. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to wrap this one back up too then, and continue my quest for a box that I can repurpose. But let me write on here. This is for Stanza, Prose, and Meter. Wow, I'll never be able to read that later. Okay. Just put that back here. And accumulate some more packing material. Let's guess again. Let's take this. Okay, let's try this. This feels like it might have some extra room. Another drop ship here. What are you playing with in there? You want this? Where's my little green knife? How do I just lose these things so easily? Instantly and constantly. Okay, this isn't funny. Knife, where are you? I'll use the backup knife. Oh, I know what this is, I think. Yes, it is what I think it is. I may not have to open it. There's a note. Let's see what the note says. The note says, Fable always goes to the fountain when she's let out, so she needs to have one to take with her. From Pat. Pat MM on the chat. Pat MM, thank you so much. I've noticed that too. So, first off, this is, again, Pat is watching the faculty, what we call the faculty stream, that includes a bunch of cameras around the house. So she knows what happens around the house. And every time that Fable leaves here, she likes to go up to the upstairs hallway and drink out of Ari's flower fountain. This is one of the Catnip fountains, Catnip brand fountains that it's like a little... I'm not going to open the box because it's nicely packed, and we'll just leave it that way for her. But it's a big round fountain with a flower on the top, and the water comes out of the flower. It's personally my favorite cat fountain. We've tried a lot of different cat fountains over the years, and these are the ones that we use around the house ourselves because we've settled on these after trying every other kind of cat fountain there is. These are easier to maintain. They're cheap, so if they do get just so filthy you don't know what to do, you can just throw it away and buy another. And the filters are easily available too, which is another big bonus because if you have a cat fountain, you've got to switch that filter all the time. So these have everything to recommend them. On top of those obvious benefits, they are also very popular with the cats. Ari has his own that is in the upstairs hallway that we call it his because he's normally the one that uses it all the time. We've got a second one that's in the kitchen. So these are wonderful fountains, Pat, and I know that Verse will appreciate it. Actually, any cat would appreciate it. It's very generous of you to have sent this. So thank you very, very much. I'm going to write Verse on this box. There we go. And that way I can use the box it came in to start getting rid of some other stuff. See how clever that is? I'm a clever guy like that. So let's put this packing material in here. And these can go in there too. And then I can just set this off to the side. Okay. Good. Now we're starting to get organized with this mailbag thing. Oh, I need a lot more of that. Okay. All right. I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at what we got left. I think we're going to make it through this because I'm going to cut us off at noon. So we've still got potentially an hour. And even though this looks like a lot of stuff, it's mostly just big stuff, like I was saying. So I think there's every chance that we'll get through this in time. Oh, and there's my knife. Okay, good. So let's keep on rolling. Oh goodness, I know what this is, but is it from the same person? It says, oh yes, this is part one. Well, this is really funny because here they've sent two, well, this is one of the real rabbit fur toys, which are awesome. In fact, the one that was here is already, oh, it's gone missing over there somewhere. I'm sure I'm going to see a lot more of that. So they sent two of these, but they came in separate packages with separate notes. That's pretty funny. Hello, Mr. A and Kittens. These are some of my cat's favorite toys, so I thought I should share some with you for everyone's endowments. Fable and the Tales, Olive versus Family. Mr. A might like this. My family calls them tribbles. They do look like little tribbles. That's really, really cute. And you were oh no, I don't have the note to say your name again. And I know it started with an A, and that's all I got. Oh my gosh. Lisa, help me out. Oh, hang on. I'm really, really bad with names, even under the best of circumstances. Oh, wow, I was in the middle of typing something and messed it all up, too. That's just a disaster. Okay. All right, good. At any rate, thank you very, very much. These are awesome, awesome, awesome toys. So Arden, yeah, Arden. I was going to Arlen, and I knew it didn't seem right. I think it's Arden. So thank you, Arden, very much. Yes, I was reminded. I was so close, so close. Okay, sorry about that. Arden, thank you. I ardently thank you for these wonderful toys. Okay, I'm sure you've never heard that joke before. Here we go, moving right along. Oh, well, this is mysterious. Oh, it says, Mr. A, now I can guess what this may be? I don't know, let's find out. It says, Mr. A, in case the next drone crash is a fiery one, you're welcome from your minion, Lisa. Lisa, thank you very, very much. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. All right. This is cute. This is a fire extinguisher, but it's better than that. It's not a real fire extinguisher. It is a squirt gun. It is a deluxe fire extinguisher squirt gun. High quality, superior deluxe. That's pretty fun. I'm actually going to play with that, and that will be enjoyable. Thank you very much, Lisa. That's cute. Yeah, I don't want people to get too much into the habit of sending stuff that is for me or DJ. We've said that, or that's really about my other hobbies, because I want to keep this a little specific. But that's still really cute, and I still greatly appreciate it. And I should point out to you, Lisa, if you're worried, and if anybody else is worried about the fact that I have crashed two drones in the last, it was like a week ago, that both caught on fire when they crashed for various reasons, mostly to do with high amperage electrical shorts in the drone. They literally crashed and burned. I should mention to you guys that I am safe about that stuff, and we do own actual fire extinguishers around the house, which we've never had to use, knock on wood, but they do exist here, so there you have it. Still, that's really cute, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's see, moving right along. Okay, this is just an empty envelope at this point. Good. 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 You know, that fire extinguisher, that might make a really good squirt gun for Custard and Loganberry when they're misbehaving. We do sometimes bring out the water for them, rarely, but once in a while it's the only thing that'll get, especially Custard, to sort of lay off. I don't recommend going to the squirt gun as the first course of action. There's plenty of other ways that you can try, but somewhere along the line of responses it does fit, I think. And maybe it would be cute to use for that. It'd be a little bit more graphically interesting anyway. Okay, here we go. Hi, Chris and DJ. A little something practical for Versus Kittens from Saffron the cat and her staff, Xenothon and Raylene. Xenothon, thank you so much. Wow, you guys have sent us a lot. It says here, aw, I see where this is going. This is for Verse and her upcoming kittens, I take it, because it is a pack of cans of pre-mixed KMR, which, by the way, we do actually prefer. It's easier, it's nicer, and it gives us some extra options. So I'm not asking people to send us any of this. In fact, you probably shouldn't in general. We buy plenty of it when we need it. Although, I guess, does it last a long time? Let's see. Oh, wow, shelf life. Best by October of 2020. So I guess it does last on the shelf for quite a while. But as you know, if you've ever had kittens, KMR is kitten milk replacer, which you use when you need to feed your kittens and their mom cat is not getting it done. And we obviously expect that I'm going to have to do a lot of this for Versus upcoming kittens because she has 8 nipples and 10 kittens, 9 or 10 kittens. So one way or another, it's not enough for everybody all the time. And I know they'll mix around and stuff, and I'm sure that they would all get fed, and they'd probably be just fine even if I didn't help. But I intend to help because we like to have the best possible outcome, and the best way to do that is to make sure that they all get lots and lots and lots of food. So I'm going to help with extra KMR. And if you have ever used KMR, you know it comes in 2 forms. It comes in a big powder that you can mix yourself with some water or milk. Water, I guess. You don't want to feed cats and cow's milk generally, but we always mix it with water. So you can get it as a powder, mix it yourself, or you can get it in cans like this where it's pre-mixed. And we use both, but we actually prefer the cans because it's a little bit more convenient. And also when they get older, a fun trick that you can do is when they get older, you switch them to what they call KMR2, which is a weaning formula. You use KMR2 to sort of switch them into eating real food. And one of the things that we like to do is take the KMR2 and instead of mixing the KMR2, which only comes as a powder, instead of mixing that with water, we mix it with KMR1, the KMR, and it's like super rich and gives them a ton of calories, and they appreciate the flavor. It's just awesome. So Jonathan, you sent us a 4-pack of these. We are definitely going to use it again. You've sent us something that is eminently practical, and we will use these, and it will save us a lot of extra effort. I know that we'll be buying plenty of this ourselves too, but thank you for getting us started the right way. I really appreciate it. This is a great, thoughtful, and practical gift, the best kind. So thank you very much. Okay. I wish I could keep up with the chat while I was doing Mailbag because I can see you guys are being hilarious on here. The chat for our Patreons, they always have a lot of fun with the Mailbag, and it looks like they're having a lot of fun now. I see Oasis. This Ensure sure has a great new flavor. Ew. I've tried KMR. There's GIFs of me tasting it, so definitely on the internet. I've tried it because it smells, it's got the same smell as like a Nutty Bar. You know Nutty Bars. It smells just like a Nutty Bar. I will tell you, it does not taste anything like a Nutty Bar. Vast disappointment there. Okay. Next up, Xenothon, Raylene, thank you guys so much. And it was so cool meeting you at Kitten Academy Con. That was really fun. Oh no! Wow. Okay. Well, I I know exactly what these are and exactly who they're from. This is 2 more packs of 4, so that brings our total up to 12. It says the same note, "Hi Chris and DJ, from Saffron the cat and her staff, Xenothon and Raylene, something practical for Versus kittens when they arrive." I was impressed when you sent us 1 box, but now we got 3 boxes. This is great. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh, that's fantastic. That is sincerely fantastic. Thank you so much. Very thoughtful and practical, because you see, just as we can tell, we're obviously going to spend a lot of time helping these kittens with KMR, and now we have a ton of KMR ready to go. It's literally the best. Very practical. I'm breaking this box down because I'm running out of space here, and if I break it down, I can just put it right in the thing. Right in the discard box. Look at that. Oh, perfect fit. Okay, good. You guys want some KMR, but you're too old for that. We're weaning you. You don't get any KMR. You get real food, Parchy. Oh, Parchnip. Oh, yeah, you get real food. Okay. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Xenothon. Really, really thoughtful. I like that you sent all that food before, which we've used, and that was also really practical and thoughtful, and I like it a lot. Okay. Well, this is mysterious. I can see what's in this box, and I don't know why it's there at all. Let's see if there's a note. This is definitely going to need a note. There is a note. Think you guys can tell what that is? Let's see if the note clears up the mystery. Happy Mailbag Day. Aw. Aw, everybody. We thought these soft pads might come in handy when you have to help Verse potty all those kittens. Love and prayers, Benaya and Malka. What a great idea. I had never thought of this, but it does seem just about right. That's fantastic, and we'll give it a try. So this is yes, the other end of what will be our duties with the new duties. I said duties with our new kittens that are being delivered. I'm just using Fox for all of them now. This is perfect. Which is, not only are we going to have to help feed them, but if you don't know, little kittens, their mom, basically, they don't poop or pee anywhere until they're about a month old. What they do instead is that their mom comes and licks them and eats it all of it. Everything that they would excrete, mom stimulates them and ends up eating it. So I don't intend to go quite that far, but what we will have to do is probably give her a hand with that, which we've done in the past for plenty of kittens. And what you do is you sort of wipe them, and they go, and you pick it up in a piece of paper towel or something. Or in this case, these little tiny cotton pads seems just about perfect. So that's really thoughtful. And we will give it a shot and see how it works out for us. I really appreciate that. What an excellent practical gift. I really appreciate that. We've had to do that a lot in the past because some mom cats get it and are like these kittens. We never saw a single poop or a single pee until they were old enough to start using the litter box, which, by the way, they do now seem to do flawlessly. So that's the way it usually happens. Is normally mom takes care of everything for the first month, and then they start to pee a couple places around the room, and we correct them to the litter box. Usually it only takes like once or twice. Especially if we use Dr. Elsie's Kitten Attract. It's called Kitten Attract. It's a little bit of it's a litter, but we don't use it just as straight litter. We just add a little bit of it to the litter that we normally use for kittens. And that seems to actually work really well. It makes the kittens go and use the litter box instead of using the room. And after that, never a problem. It's always in the litter box from then on. So that's the usual progression, but we have had a number of mom cats in that are kind of not neglectful, but they just don't clean the little bottoms as much as they oughta, and we have to help out. So we're definitely used to that, and I definitely anticipate with 10 kittens, we're going to have to do some of that. So this is cool. This I've never thought of using little cotton pads for it, but cotton makeup pads. But what a great idea. I'm excited for that. Benaya and Malta, thank you. Great thinking. Okay, let's see what's next here. We have another hand-packaged package, so let me take a picture of this for our minion. Oh, I almost don't have to. I know what this is, and I know who it's from. But I'll follow the protocol. I don't think I'm going to have to... She can just use this so that she knows which pictures came in which order, maybe, because she's going to know what this is, too. We all know what this is, I think. Yes. I know, Kitten. Well, you're excited, though, aren't you? Yes, you seem that way. Let's dig in here. Let's see who this is for specifically. Well, there's no note. That's a first. I mean, that's okay. I guess the note was the note that you sent that we read just a minute ago. So this is from the Lily Cat. Lily Cat, who just a minute ago I read her note over here about the new size of the blankets that she would be sending, because there's 10 of them for the new class. You remember that? That wasn't too long ago, right? Boy, I need more coffee if I'm asking you guys if you remember something that happened like 20 minutes ago. At any rate, she sends these wonderful blankets for every cat so far, and is apparently trying to keep it up a little bit. So here is the one for Prose. This is for Prose, and Prose's blanket is beautiful. Look at this, lavender and pink and white. It's gorgeous. Oh, and I especially like this part that's sort of like candy striping almost. That's really, really cute. That's beautiful for Prose. How sweet. And you put that into a matching bag for Prose. These blankets, I've said this, I say this every time, but I mean it every time. These blankets are so soft and wonderful. We love having these included in the endowment bags. It's just, I know people love them. We love them. It's really, really sweet of you to do this. So here we have one that's in a white bag, and it says, Stanza. Oh, Stanza. Oh, look at that. I love these colors, this teal and white and with a little bit of brown accent. This might be, like, if I don't normally pick favorites, but this might be my favorite design of all. I love these colors and the way that you design them with the stripe in the middle and these little brown offsets, and then it's all called back together in this middle section. It's really beautiful. It makes me think of I can't think of the art movement that used all these teals and I want to say it's not Art Deco. I think it's Art Nouveau. It's the one that it's sort of like a 50s style. Anyway, it's beautiful and it really appeals to me. I love that teal color. That's gorgeous. Lily Cat, thank you so much. Those blankets are great, and Stanza and Prose are really, their adopters are super going to appreciate that. So wonderful of you. I'm just going to put it right back in the box, and then I'm going to write Stanza and Prose on it, and that can go straight to our endowment storage area. Can I have the pen? Quill, I need a quill, and you're sitting on it. Aren't you? Isn't it in here? Maybe it's not. Oh, there it is. Yes, you were sitting on it. There we go. Okay, you can go right back where you were. Well, I'm sorry to disturb you. Stanza and Prose. Prose is spelled still with a P, not with a B. It's not bros. Wow, I need more coffee. Stanza and Prose. Let me write that on the top here too, just to make sure it's visible. Stan. Pros before bros. All right, we got that sorted out. Lily Cat, your blankets are awesome, really. And again, I know you're being funny, but really don't ever feel obligated to do that for us. Oh, look, this is the one that's been in the room hanging around since KACon. Yeah, please don't feel like, I mean, you know, we love what you do. Okay, I've said that enough. All right, we have 3 more boxes. I know it looks like a big pile, but the ones back there were already open, so it's just two big boxes and the Chewy box. So let me have a drink of my coffee here. So if you are on the Discord chat, if you are one of our Patreons, again, I don't want to sound like I'm shilling, but for $1 a month, you can join our Patreon. That gets you access to the chat. DJ is on the chat right now. Also watching Mailbag. Hi, DJ. And I see that she is reacting just like she does when she's here in person, which is basically with horror at things that I say. She has a special appreciation for my puns and jokes and other comments, which she is making very clear in the chat right now. Hi, honey, I love you. Okay. Moving right along. We have a box here that is to Ms. Verse, care of Kitten Academy. Oh, you know what? I was expecting this. Lisa told me, I think Lisa told me, somebody told me that this was going to get sent, and now, shoot, I gotta look and see if I can tell. Well, so let me give you the backstory here, which is Verse has a little bit of problem. Oh, okay, this is Barbara. This is from Barbara. So Verse has, I shouldn't say problem, but Verse has a tendency to poop. She gets in the litter box. She thinks she's using the litter box, but she actually ends up going over the edge of the litter box once in a while. These little kittens have done that a couple times too. And if you have a cat, at some point your cat has done it at least once. But Verse, maybe because she's so pregnant, does it all the time. Like every other poop maybe is over the edge, and it's either like getting on our wall or it's falling onto the mat, and I got to clean it up. It's not a big deal. I don't blame her for it. She thinks she's using the litter box. She's trying to use the litter box, and she's got 10 kittens in her, so I can forgive a lot of things that might be a result of that. But Barbara from the mountains, who sent us a bunch of stuff in last week's mailbag, heard about this problem and thought, I know the perfect solution. I'm going to send them one of these giant high back, high wall litter boxes. This way she can't poop over the edge, she just poop all inside, and that's exactly what this is. So thank you so much. I'm excited to try this. I will go in there and scrub the walls clean and deploy this later today and see what she thinks of it. I think it'll work out really well. It's a very tall litter box. And if it doesn't work out, I've got other ideas too, but I think this will do the trick. So Barbara, thank you so much. It is Barbara, Cat Lady of the Mountains, right? So, and you joined, Barbara, you joined our, I want to say you joined our Discord chat this week too. But I don't remember what name you were using there. It wasn't Barbara, Cat Lady of the Mountains. It was something else. And I'm so bad with names. It's not going to come to me. I'm sorry. I love the suggestion on the chat. She needs a rear view mirror. That's what Verse needs that will solve that problem of pooping over the edge. She'll know if she just has a rear view mirror. That's, you guys on chat, I really wish I could read the chat the whole time I was doing mailbag. You guys are too silly. Okay, 2 more boxes now, and I'm running out of space. I don't know what to do about that, but let's just see what I can come up with to keep us moving forward here. Barbara, Cat Lady of the Mountains, thank you so much for that special litter box. I'm excited to give it a try. I mean, I'm excited to deploy it so that Verse can give it a try. I will not be trying it myself. I just want to be clear about that. I may taste the KMR, but I don't test everything that comes in. Really, I don't. Okay. We have a giant box here. I can't even guess what might be inside something this large. Maybe a refrigerator. Oh, I think I know what this is. Huh. Yeah, it is exactly what I thought. That's interesting, but there needs to be a note. Oh, there is. Good job, Amazon. They like crumpled these notes in there. Okay. Aw, oh my goodness. Hi, Mr. A and DJ. I'm still lurking and appreciating all that you do. In the words of Brew, hug a kitten for me, and then a heart emoji, and it says winter. Winter, you sent way too much. The little balls that you sent were plenty. This is far too generous. But thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. This is, I guess I should show everybody. This is the, okay, hang on. This is the Pet Fusion. Speaking of which, good job, Amazon. It says right here that this box is shipping ready. It can be shipped right in this box, but no, Amazon's got to put it in a bigger box. That's fine. What are you going to do? It is the Pet Fusion Infinity Scratcher Lounge, which is an excellent cat scratcher. It's also a very expensive cat scratcher. So, Winter, thank you very, very much. I remember when we first were sent one of these. I don't remember if it was you that sent it. It was a while ago now. It's been like a year or more since we got sent one, and it spent a lot of time here in the Kitten Academy main room before it went out and was used then by the faculty for a long time, and we just had to retire it like just a few weeks ago, actually. It just got retired. They last forever. So, well, even though they seem really expensive for a cardboard infinity scratcher, they really last, and they are solid and sturdy. Like, you can, as a human, you can sit on it and it won't break. They're great. And the thing I was going to say is I remember when we were first sent one of these in Mailbag over a year ago, what had just happened is there was a fellow at On Angel's Wings that had gotten one for his cats and his fosters, and he bought it for himself, and he was posting all over the Facebook about it, really proud. Like, he said, this thing is great, he says. And I'm like, wow, I was jealous. Like, I was jealous. I'm like, I don't think I can spend that much on a cat scratcher, but I really wanted one. And then it showed up in Mailbag. I hadn't even said anything to anybody. Somebody just sent one all on their own. And I was like, now I've got one. It was fantastic. And it really is. They're so cool. So I still feel that same thing now that I don't have one again, and now I do. So, Winter, thank you so much. I don't know where we will deploy this because we certainly don't need it in this room today. I think what I'll probably do is put it in the storage area, and then we'll get it deployed over time. You know, when the time is right, we'll bring this thing out. But it's wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, DJ says that Pepper Simba is the name of Barbara, the one that sent the litter box. Whoa. Hang on, I gotta check on that. Somebody's making some angry noises. Fire extinguisher, oh no. Whatever it is, it's already over, but I would bet $1 it was Custard probably attacking Eddie, or Logan attacking Eddie. It really sounded like Eddie was very angry, though, and ran away. That's what I think happened out there. Somebody, I'm sure, the Patreons probably watched the whole thing, or will be watching it right now since it's on a slight delay. Excuse me. At any rate, whatever it is, I guess it resolved itself. It's rare for our faculty to get into fights, but it does happen once in a while. But they're not, just one of them gets really mad, they run away, and that's usually where it ends. So, Okay, so where was I? The Infinity Scratcher. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Let me move this over here so that you guys can see this while I'm talking. It was Custard chasing Logan. Oh well, that's DJ says it was Custard chasing Logan. That's the most common one. Is Custard goes after Loganberry. Poor little Loganberry. He doesn't deserve that. I don't know why those two just can't get along. Okay. Well, we've got one more box, and I have a parchment here in my lap, and we've got this quill, I think, still in the mailbag box. How cute is that? All curled up and tiny in this tiny little box. Oh, that's adorable. I need to get my own picture of that. That's cool. I'm going to put that picture right on the Discord. Oh. Okay. Actually, well, okay. Let's start by opening this box. This is a box that came to us from Chewy. As you can see, a drop shipment from Chewy. And Chewy apparently does not let you leave a message, but I got a message on the chat from Cat's World, K-A-T-Z World, that says this is from them, that they had to send it straight to us without a note because Chewy won't deliver to our post office box either. So this is from Cat's World. Now they did say they sent a letter separately to explain this, but I don't know what happened to that letter or where it is. So I'm just going to have to either guess on the explanation or maybe they'll tell me on chat what they want to say to explain it. Oh, wow. You guys, Cats, you guys sent a lot, Cat's World. This is a lot of stuff. So first off, I was talking earlier about the KMR powder, and here we have 2 giant cans of the KMR powder. So I honestly might say we have enough KMR to get us all the way through versus class at this point, or we might anyway. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for the KMR. You also have sent this Kong Floppy Knots Fox. It is like floppy knots. That's interesting. This might be a dog toy that really lasts because it looks like a regular dog toy, but inside it's pieces of rope instead of stuffing. And this is obviously for Elsie, as you can tell from the squeaker. I see Loganberry is back outside the door just laying here, so I guess, and Custard is laying on the floor in the kitchen, and Loganberry is laying on the floor in the living room, and I can see both of them from here, but they probably can't see each other, and that's good. But they both look like they're being totally cool. They're just laying there, chilling out now, so whatever the fight was about, I guess they got over it. Thank goodness. Also, Elsie's at the door waiting for her toy. She knows this is for her. She heard the squeaker, didn't you, Elsie? She's just looking at me. Okay. Well, I'll give it to you in a minute, Elsie. You wait. Okay. Here we have, oh, wow, Smarty Cat Skitter Critter Mice. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 12 and 12. We have 24 mice. That's 24 mice in packs of 3. Super awesome. Those are great toys, of course. Here we have 20 springs. Which the springs are also always a big hit. Of course they are. 20 springs. We also have, even more springs. Wow, those 20 were just the extras after they sent us boxes of, let's see, 30 springs in a box, it says. It does say 30 springs in a box. So 2 boxes of 30 springs each. That's 60, 70, 80 springs all together. 80 springs. That's a lot of springs. Plus a tray of Royal Canin Mother and Baby Cat. This is great. This is all really wonderful. practical, thoughtful stuff. I really appreciate it. This I've mentioned before. Royal Canin Mother and Baby Cat is what we use to feed our pregnant mom cats and our kittens. Usually the whole time they're here. Only if if it starts to, sometimes when they get a little bit older, we have to switch them to something else right around the time that they're almost ready to graduate. But most of the time, whether they're here, this is what they're eating, even the mom cats, mother and baby cat from Royal Canin. So this is super useful too. Thank you very, very, very much. And I got a message from you, Cat's World, that says there's more at my front door right now. Apparently FedEx delivered another package from you, from Chewy, while we were doing the mailbag. So I'm going to just go get that right now, because why wait for like a whole other week for next week's mailbag when I can do it right now instead? Let me go get that, okay? I'll be right back. There we go. I think this is the first time that we've had a delivery for mailbag during mailbag, at least as far as I can remember. This one is much smaller, but let's see what we got here from Cat's World. Thank you again, Cat's World. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is a lot of stuff in this room now. A bag of, it's the Happy, it's from happydogplace.com, happydogplace.com. It is the Catnip Grab Bag. It's 24 random assorted catnip toys. It's just funny that it's from a place called Happy Dog Place. That's fine. You know, they can serve cats too. I don't mind. So there we have 24 assorted little catnip toys. Those are wonderful too. A great collection, it looks like. A bunch of little fur toys, some of them with little strings or feathers or things attached to them. Just awesome, awesome little cat toys. Okay. And that's the mailbag. This room is a disaster now. It's going to take me a little while to get everything sort of cleared out and cleaned up and to wherever it needs to go. Thank you again all so much. I think I can't say enough how wonderful it is that you guys have considered Versus older kittens in your thoughts, and that you've just been so considerate for her pending huge class of 9 or 10 kittens. The support that you all have given is fantastic, and it's making everything so much easier for us. You know, a lot of this is stuff that we would have necessitated getting one way or another, and you've just taken care of it for us, and I really appreciate that. That's Loganberry scratching at the door to come in. He wants to spend time with me. I haven't been able to spend enough time with him in the last couple days, because I've been spending my time with the kittens, but I'm going to do that today. Loganberry and I are going to have some one-on-one time. Okay, well, I'm going to start cleaning all this stuff up. Again, thank you all so much. You guys are wonderful and generous people. I'll leave the archive running while I take care of the cleaning up like I usually do. And then I'll come back in and let you know when I'm shutting it off. So if you're watching this someday in the future, I hope you are enjoying it. And I hope that watching me do all the work of getting all this stuff out is also enjoyable for you, or at least watching the little kittens while I do it. Okay. but that's fine. We'll probably use it before we need what's in here anyway. Need to label this. Versus 10 kittens. V10, I'll write on it because that'll make it clear what's in there. Okay. Did I share that picture on chat or did I get distracted? I don't even know. I got distracted. Let's try it again. Okay. Good start. Here. Are you guys allowed in here, or are you just going to make verse mad? Prose. No, wait. Names. Help. Wow. Fable. Fable's the name I meant. You too, dog? Everybody? Oh, here. I know you want Elsie. Come on. Well, at least you don't seem too mad about it. That's good. That's good. The first time in a long time we've had a mom cat that doesn't mind people around her kittens. Doesn't seem to anyway. Even our last couple of moms that were okay with the faculty were not okay with them coming into the kitten room. But Fable's right here watching, and she doesn't seem to mind the dog being in, or Loganberry being in. Not at all. Or, Custard, what are you doing in this box? Did you just use the new litter box? Okay, good. That's not cool. You can't just do that. Quill, why don't you find someplace else to sleep now? I don't know why that little box is your spot. Put you in here. This is probably better than that box, right? 1, 2. 1, 2 kittens. Where's number 3? Oh, in the thing still. Okay, 3 kittens. Good. Good. Over here, I'm going to move that camera that is in the cage. Make sure it's not on the stream while I do. Actually, this is probably as good a time as any to end the archive, too. So, those of you that are watching this later in the future, I hope you've appreciated it. As usual, if you want to find out what these kittens are doing right now, you can look for the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. And if you are watching this live, then keep on watching because we're not going anywhere. All right.